care and cutting-edge research that leads to better treatment for everyone. It's already making a difference. Huntsman Mental Health Foundation has built Utah's first ever mental health crisis care center, open 24/7 to anyone, regardless of ability to pay. They've also recently launched a youth crisis care program at Huntsman Mental Health Institute, giving kids and teens immediate support. And Huntsman Mental Health Foundation is expanding services like therapy, medication management, geriatric care, and treatment-resistant support. Join us. Be part of the change. Donate today at hmhf.org. That's hmhf.org.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
Traffic and weather, it's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Cormac?
We do have a new crash. This is in Salt Lake. It's on the on-ramp to northbound I-15 from 13th South. They're blocking that left lane there, so do be careful as you get onto the freeway from 13th South. Otherwise, we are still seeing this crash in Roy on 1900 West. Both directions of 1900 West are still closed between 4400 South and 4800 South, so it's pretty congested in that area as drivers are being diverted around the cleanup. I-15, still no delays between Ogden and Provo. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
And taking a look at the forecast, still a 50% chance of showers today, 20% chance tomorrow, then a 10% chance for your 24th of July. Right now, 82 degrees downtown.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It is 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. To look at our top stories this hour. Beaver residents are still on high alert with more rain expected to fall on the Cottonwood Fire burn scar this afternoon and evening. But there could finally be some good news coming to people living down there. Beaver City Mayor Matt Robinson tells inside sources they're hoping to have clean tap water in people's homes by the end of the day.
Aside from keeping our citizens safe, our drinking water has been our number 2 priority.
The city's been without clean water since Sunday's flooding compromised and partially washed out the city's culinary water system. Robinson says he hopes to have clean water back in most of the city's homes sometime this afternoon, but he says some areas might have to wait another day or two. The man accused of the Valley Fair Mall stabbing was supposed to make his first court appearance this morning, but never showed. Peter Michael Larson faces multiple charges, including 2 counts of aggravated attempted murder, one of which has a hate crime enhancement. Court staff says Larson did not make his hearing today because he's currently being transported back to the state prison since he was on parole at the time of his arrest. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The head of the Secret Service gave a rare on-the-record briefing to reporters today, saying threats against the people they protect are, quote, off the charts.
The Secret Service says it's handled 10,000 cases involving threats against protectees this year. That's up 40% from last year. Director Sean Curran.
The threat picture and environment is as large as I've ever seen it.
Officials say many of the cases involve Americans with mental health issues and that committals at the agency's request are up tenfold. But Deputy Secret Service Director Matt Quinn says the threats are also overseas.
Iran has publicly said they want to kill President Trump.
Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
And your money at this moment, the Dow is currently the only major market in the green right now. It's up 46 points. The S&P is off just 2 points. The NASDAQ is down 89. Coming up, cooler temperatures, more rain, but it is not going to last long. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 1:02.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Right now, JCW's has 15 bus and billboards depicting our delicious mouthwatering hamburgers across I-15. We've also just learned that I-15 averages 15 fender benders a day. Probably a coincidence, but just in case, keep your eyes on the road. Here's what our burgers sound like. Now with your hands at 10 and 2, safely turn into one of our 5 locations at American Fork, Lehigh, Provo, South Jordan, and Harriman. JCW's. Quality and a lot of it.
Amanda, every business needs IT help. And sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff, but sometimes you don't. Or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure. So both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
I'm really interested to hear about how your parents talk to you at home, and how do you think they can kind of break through to you?
It's just to talk about it. It's just seriously it's going to be awkward at first. But if you keep repeating it over and over again, it's just going to feel natural.
Keep going, and soon we'll just be able to talk about it.
Talking about mental health with your teens is the power of we in action. Visit intermountainhealth.org/teen mental health.
Did you know Utah State University is home to one of the nation's leading centers for disability research and advocacy? At the Institute for Disability Research, Policy, and Practice, we work side by side with Utahns with disabilities, their families, and community partners to make our state more accessible and inclusive for everyone. Our researchers, educators, and advocates partner with family service providers and policymakers to create real lasting change. We believe that everyone deserves a chance to live, learn, work, and play in our communities. From helping children reach their potential in early intervention programs, to building accessible technologies, to improving mental health and employment supports, our work touches every corner of the state. The Institute for Disability Research, Policy, and Practice is the only disability-focused research center in the state of Utah. That means we're Utah's home for innovation, data-driven policy, and community solutions that make life better for people with disabilities. Find us at idrpp.usu.edu.
Time for traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
Well, we do still have these crashes. The first is at the on-ramp to northbound I-15 from 13th South. They are blocking that left lane, so do be careful as you get onto the freeway in Salt Lake. And the other is in Weber County, in between Roy and Riverdale on 1900 West. There is a crash blocking both directions of 1900 West between 4400 South and 4800 South. Drivers are being diverted. It looks like you can get through with just a little bit of extra time as you'd usually expect. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather working our way up to a high of 92 degrees today with a good chance of seeing more rain and storms as we work our way through the afternoon. A high of 94 tomorrow, drying out a little bit, and then we start to get back to the dry and hot trend by the weekend. Highs return to the upper 90s and triple digits as we get to Friday and Saturday. Right now, it is 84 degrees, mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Is this what they mean by getting the band back together again?
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, except this one is a reunion tour nobody asked for.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary, and we're back in the studio. Yesterday, we had our big adventure, the Brightside Big Adventure, up to Heber. And
you know what? That should be a children's book.
KSL Brightside's Big Adventure.
Oh, yeah, because it sounds like because Caitlin's kind of Miss Frizz from the Magic School Bus. She took us on this field trip that, like, we were a little bit going, like, where are we going now? That's what happens on every Magic School Bus, by the way, is that
what are we doing?
Where are we going? The Miss Frizz goes, oh, buckle up.
So we spent the afternoon yesterday with Wasatch Search and Rescue up in Heber, and it was just so fun to learn about what they do, and and we hope that everyone had. We hope it was educational for everybody because I learned some pretty amazing things. So, and special thanks also to search and rescue volunteers. They're all volunteers, by the way. So special thanks to those guys who who do it. They go out there and they bring us back.
Well, I'm glad. Well, we're going to be chatting a little bit more today with some of the search and rescue folks here in the state of Utah, and so we're just going to we're obviously not on site, so we're not going to be dedicating as much of the shows we did yesterday. But but man, we got a lot of things to talk about, and of course, Ethan, when we talk about things, we have our 3 things, and so that's how we're going to kick things off right here. Let's do it.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The 3 Things.
The first thing, to be honest, I'm not sure if this is good or not good for Salt Lake, but a new e-scooter company is coming to town.
Did you see them all out here, by the way?
I haven't seen them.
You said that, and it's like you manifested them to show up because then
they're all right here.
I've kind of glossed over whenever I see those things now, right?
Yeah, it's called Veo Micromobility.
Mm-hmm.
They're releasing more than 1,000 electric scooters across Salt Lake City beginning today. Half of its fleet will be the standard Astro scooter, which is similar to the e-scooters that have been in this city for years. And then they also have what's called the Cosmo, which is the seated scooter model, which is, I guess, just a scooter with a seat on it. So you sit on it like a.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
It's a scooter. Anyway, this is just, they think it's a new option. They think people are going to really, really like it. It's going to improve transportation options. They're also offering what's called a Pioneer Pass, which offers up to 45 minutes of free riding per day through the end of the month. And usually it costs about 39 cents per minute to ride.
So they were out here. They look sharp.
Do they? Well, they're new.
They are brand new.
Give them.
I do like when they
give them a year.
I do like when they
out on the streets of Salt Lake.
Have you ever seen you see people riding the scooters around. The scooters have their own thing that people kind of get after, about safety concerns, and we've seen people for years flying up on the sidewalks on these things, and they've had to be told you don't ride those things on sidewalks. That's very dangerous. These are bikes and scooters, and the bikes look actually pretty cool because they're kind of like the seated looking scooters. So they look like the ones that are a little bit they look more manageable is what I was going to say. But they look brand new. But you know what, like when you seeing the sausage made with these scooters and electric things that are at night if you're up late. And I've worked late for a lot of years here, and like when you're driving by and there's a guy who's just throwing those scooters into the back of the bin to get recharged or whatever it is for the rest of the night, and you're like, oh man, these things are just getting beat up, and I don't know how much it's going to be any different from all the other ones.
Do you ever ride them?
I have done them before. I've done Spin before. I've done Lime, and
I've done
it's kind of a hassle to do, and the reality is that the personalized versions of those have become so cheap that we have like electric bikes at home. We have like electric scooters at home. If I really was like, I got to get some scooters around here, I would just take one of my kids' dang electric scooters.
The first time I ever used one of those, and actually it might be the last time I ever. No. I've used those twice. The first time I was in Austin, Texas, visiting my brother, and I used one in downtown Austin. And I looked at that and I thought, oh, this is going to be easy because I used to ride scooters when I was a kid. And then I jumped on there and I realized that I did not feel for a minute. Right, while I got my feeling for it,
right,
it did not seem super safe. But and then finally, the second thing.
Yeah, second thing.
The Coachman sign has been pulled down.
You got an update for it.
I do. It has now been pulled down, but has been put into storage, and the Liberty Wells Community Council is still considering where they're going to put it.
Or how they're going to figure it out, if they're going to restore it. And I know that a local company said they could store it at his place for free.
That's right. It's in a place where it's out of the weather. It's going to be stored safely for free for now, not forever. It's basically an unused space. It's not a permanent place. But Salt Lake City, though, wants it to go up somewhere in the neighborhood just so that it can continue to be part of that.
Kind of have that look of
part of the Liberty Wells neighborhood. So,
in my head, it was always kind of half covered up by trees. Is that ring right for you too? Like
maybe some of it. I don't think so though. It was right there on State Street.
Can I make a suggestion? Can I make a suggestion to the Liberty Wells area?
Let's hear it.
Let it go.
Do you don't think it's cool enough?
No. Let's burn it down.
The problem is though,
let's break it up for the precious metals that are inside of it.
I get their point though, because Salt Lake City and Utah generally, all they have done is tear down historic things. Like that is all they have done.
That Coachman sign went down. Hey, where the Coachman sign was, do you think we can put a 75-unit four-story building with
all of our old historic,
of
our old historic buildings have been torn down. And so I think, like, it's the Coachman sign. It's from the 60s.
Let it go.
It doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but I think people are just so desperate to stop tearing things out and when I say things, I mean basically every building that was built in the 1800s is gone. There are just a few kind of scattered throughout the state. Yeah. For the most part, they have all been torn out.
But does that mean it's a bad thing? Like, honestly, with newer buildings going into an older city, is that a bad thing?
I think you have to have a mix, right? I think you have to have something there that is your. Plus, here's another thing,
that's why
too,
we don't get caught up on things like an old diner that hasn't been open for 40 years.
I think there's also something that we notice, and that is that when buildings were built, for a long time when buildings were built, they were built to stand. They were going to be there forever, right? Nowadays, everything has a lifespan. We basically build for 30 years, right? And we say, okay, this building's going to last for this number of decades, and we're going to tear it out. And I think that's become an important enough part of land development and construction that I think must be part of why we tore out all of those old buildings, is those old buildings were just too sturdy. They lasted too long. They held up too well. And so they got to go. They got to go.
Third thing, what do you have, brother?
Third thing, we're now back in the season where it's legal again to light off fireworks.
Hey!
If you're in an area where it's legal to light off fireworks.
Okay, so you can light off fireworks if it's legal.
So I've got kind of an easy way to think about this, because there has been a fair bit of confusion sown thanks to the governor's office. Not the governor's office, thanks to the governor. I feel like if you would have just let his office do it, it would have been better. But
I know that he can't do the time. He can't fix the timing either. But it was bungled quite a bit because of the fact that you had like fireworks just went on sale. They're all banned, but keep buying them, but don't fire them off. But yeah, go buy them. And then it was like this: we're going to update you around Pioneer Day. And then on the 20th and the 21st, they're like, hey, we may see some difference in restrictions now. And everyone's like, well, at this point, we don't know what to do. We're 3 days away from, because I think today you can part of the reason we're talking about this is because today you can technically start setting them off.
You can technically start setting them off.
Well, so regardless of all this, people are having this discussion right now again of, is it legal in my area? Look into wherever the municipality is where you live. Our map up in Fruit Heights went back. It reverted back again to the old school map. And so technically we could do our firing off of the fireworks, but now everybody is like so pouty. Our neighborhood that does the big firework thing for Pioneer Day, everyone kind of is pouting about it. And so we're going to begrudgingly have our Pioneer Day foods, our traditional Pioneer Day pizza and taco cart, because those are very traditional.
Yeah.
We'll have the inflatables with the water slides on, and the kids are going to have a good time. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be happy about having no fireworks. So,
well, let me give you a few highlights. So in Davis County, Bountiful has banned the use of personal fireworks through July 25th.
So they're keeping it. They're
keeping the ban in place.
Yeah.
Centerville has also continued the ban.
Okay.
Clearfield has specific areas.
Yep.
So there's a map you can look at. Clinton has certain areas you can light it off. Fireworks in Farmington are banned for everything east of Main Street.
Yep.
Fruit Heights has going back to their designated area. Basically, every city had areas where you could and you could not.
Yeah.
We've gone back to that
In some
unless
places,
the city requested extra protection for continued fire threat, and a lot of cities have. Kaysville has some areas available. You got to look at the map. So does Layton. North Salt Lake, total ban in North Salt Lake.
The fireworks stands have opened back up again, by the way, near me, and so it's fine. I noticed it. It's all working out.
For the most part, Salt Lake County has similarly the municipalities in Salt Lake County have similarly extended their bans. Not everywhere. Bluffdale has restricted areas. Copperton has restricted areas. Cottonwood Heights, Draper, Sandy has total ban. Kearns, Harriman, Holiday are allowing things in certain areas.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We've got more of that list, and I know that Adam Small in the KSL News Radio newsroom has been all over this thing, and so I think it's we can come back and talk a little about a few more of these. The question is now, are you still going to? 57500 is the text number. Now that they've opened up the restrictions, I think there are going to be a lot of people who find themselves in the spot that I do, which is legally now I can set them off by my house, but I'm kind of not in the mood anymore. I'm kind of annoyed by it, so I don't know if it's going to work out for me. All right, we'll take a break. We've got much more to go on the program. Stay with us. It's KSL News Radio. It's KSL Brightside. Advanced Window Products. I've talked to you about these guys for years, and the reason that we love Advanced Window Products is because it's a local company. They've eliminated the middleman, and the middleman is usually found somewhere else. That's the other thing. And the middleman also is this nefarious person who adds dollars to your bill. The middleman is eliminated with the folks at Advanced Window Products. They've been doing this for 40 years in the state of Utah. They have the highest quality window at the best price. On top of it, the best lifetime warranty in the business because they honor it here. They warranty it here. If something happens, they're the ones who sold you the window. They're the ones that installed it. They're the ones that made the windows. They do all of it from top to bottom, which means they're able to say, hey, we'll take care of you, and they do. They take care of their customers. You cannot believe the amount of money you're going to be able to save when it comes to advanced windows. You're losing money already. Out the door are all the cool air that you've spent all that money on and all that warm air during the winter that you've spent all that money on. You're going to get the best government rebates. You're going to get the best, highest quality window. 801-850-9100 is the number. Give them a call right now. 801-850-9100. You call the folks at Advanced Window Products, and they're going to hook you up. They're going to help you out. Get $2,500 off of 10 windows or more right now. 801-850-9100. It's Advanced Window Products.
Buying a home can feel overwhelming, especially when your real estate agent recommends a lender you've never heard of. That's okay, but this is your mortgage. Before you lock anything in, get a second opinion. Loans by Rick has closed over 1,000 loans, often finding lower rates and closing costs. A quick second look could save you money. Call 801-809-SAVE. That's 801-809-SAVE. Or go to loansbyrick.com. Rick Urchabom, NMLS 241179, and Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106, Equal Opportunity Lenders. Buying a home? Before you choose your realtor's preferred lender, a bank, or a credit union, get a second opinion from Loans by Rick. With over 25 years of mortgage lending experience and access to more than 80 wholesale lenders, we can shop multiple loan programs to help find the financing that best fits your needs. Experience and finding ways to save you money? That's what we do. Call Loans by Rick today at 801-809-7283. That's 801-809-7283. Rick Urchabom, NMLS 241179, and Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106, Equal Opportunity Lenders.
Hi, how can I help? Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager. I see. Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning? Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better. I feel better already. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
4 weeks may sound like a long time, but it really is not. Not when it comes to the amount of change you can have through Soda Diet and Nutrition in just 4 weeks.
4 weeks. And Soda is doing something amazing. I don't think they've ever done this before, Andy.
I can't think of it.
They're giving away 4 weeks for free. So just think about this. By, around the end of summer, you could have drastic change. You'll feel better in your clothes. You'll have more energy. You'll be sleeping better, all because of Soda.
Healthier, more confident, free from chasing an expensive fix because it doesn't involve any drugs. It doesn't involve anything crazy. It's just relearning how to eat and working step by step with a degreed nutritionist who guides you the entire way.
I lost 37 pounds in 3 months. You lost how much?
70 pounds in 5 months.
Get 4 weeks for free. Just call 866-800-SODA and mention KSL.
Or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because Soda is, say it with me, Amanda,
state of the art.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard, and I got Alex Curie here, although Alex just stepped out of the studio, and I do not know where he went. That dude just walked out of here. I think he must be on his way back. All right. Well, while he's coming back, I want to read a couple of texts that are coming in at 57500. By the way, we're asking for your input. Even though fireworks restrictions are moving, they haven't been fully lifted, what the state has done is they said, okay, go back to your city map. So whatever town or city you live in, whatever map normally governs you, that's the baseline map. And then if your municipality needs more restrictions, they've got the ability to do that with the state forester. And so we're taking your text at 57500. Even though it might be legal where you are you just bagging it for the year? Because that's what Alex is doing in his neighborhood. It is allowed. It is perfectly allowed. Alex,
we've turned into toddlers.
I'm
not going to do it.
You guys could have your annual fireworks, but you're not doing it. Now, I moved into an area about 10 years ago. I moved into an area where it's never allowed in any year. Just never allowed. We are close enough to that to the edge of town that it's just not ever allowed. And so I haven't had fireworks at home in a long time. And I got to be honest with you, Alex, I really don't miss it. I really don't miss it at all.
I know.
I don't miss the expense.
No, Ethan. Hey, everybody. I know it's a shock. Ethan loves to take the high moral ground on all this. I don't
think it's a high moral ground.
I've stopped with the fireworks because I've kind of grown up a little bit. Look, we're adults in my neighborhood too.
Hey, look, if you chose to take that personally, I didn't say it like that.
I have to hear you do this thing where you walk around and Ethan's in the hallways whispering to people, I actually stopped doing fireworks years ago.
Remember when I was vegan?
Ethan was
that
vegan.
was the best.
Ethan was vegan for what was it?
It was a year.
We started it for 30 days.
Alex dared me to be vegan for 30 days.
Okay, hold on.
And I went for, do you remember I went for at least a year? I think I went for 18 months.
This is between me and the listeners.
All right.
Okay, you're out. Okay. So Ethan did the vegan thing, and I can't tell you, if you think he's insufferable sometimes, imagine vegan Ethan, who's like this, was just cooking butter. And we were at so many freaking restaurants and we're rolling stuff out and they're like, and we make the best Texas Twinkie. It's a bacon wrap. And Ethan goes, do you have some of that soy-based bacon? And we could wrap this in. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'd have to apologize for Ethan every time we leave.
Cheese.
Right. If I walk out, I'd have to apologize for Ethan. And here was the reality. On the air, Ethan's pounding the Oreos and Fritos because those are all vegan.
Fritos the best food any vegan is ever going to eat.
I will say that Fritos being vegan and Oreos being vegan, and just I'll tell you
an amazing hack.
Pastas and breads, you could still be the fattest person on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And be a
it
vegan.
is so easy.
It doesn't.
So easy.
It doesn't matter. Vegan Ethan is a person that I tried to put out of my head from years ago, and now he's come back in my head. Lives there rent free now forever.
Steve texted in, Kearns is okay with it. I'm not. That's from Steve.
Oh, see, I get it.
So Steve is not going to do fireworks this year. What do you think? 57500. Are you going to do fireworks this year? I feel like what happened. Late last month. I guess a month ago, right? What happened a month ago? It really kind of took the air out of fireworks just this year. I don't think we're going to see much at all. You know what I used to love to do is after we started getting those cake fireworks, those aerial fireworks.
Yeah. The cake fireworks changed the game for psychopaths like me.
You know what I love though more than lighting them off is going up, finding a high spot, and watching them all light off over the valley.
See, and now
I will say, it's like the whole valley
is
blossoming.
It's
awesome.
I told you that most of the time, our 4th of July celebrations are driving back from Utah County from my in-laws' house and just watching both sides of the freeway. And the kids are in the car and they're like, wow. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we're getting 75 miles of pure firework bliss from 10 p.m. all the way to midnight. It takes an hour and a half to drive home anyway from my in-laws' house. And so we're driving home and you're going, you get an hour and a half fireworks show. Some of those are illegally fired off too. So guess what? Get excited about it. Let somebody else take the blame for that. It's good. Now, when we do our neighborhood one, typically in the past, here's the part that I resent the most is that, and the reason that I think we're all getting kind of grumpy about it,
Yeah.
is because our neighbor Ed does such a phenomenal job, and he's super generous in buying all these fireworks, and then the rest of us, in turn, we turn this thing into a big party, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a party. It's become
you can still
crazy
have a party.
thing.
Are you worried people aren't going to come to your party because there's no fireworks?
No, we're wondering if people are going to come anyway. I mean, and we're wondering if it's even going to be fun.
Yeah.
Because the fireworks were the thing that locked it out. And I know that your suggestion in the stream today is to end it with a benediction, and then people would know to leave. And I actually love that idea.
That's your alternate finale.
I told you, I actually love that idea more than anything because it also will trigger the muscle memory of putting chairs away immediately.
No. Yeah, hand out a couple of garbage bags. You'll have that place spick and span in no time.
We already had the refreshments. You better start cleaning up.
And you know what else? So people might complain about the fireworks, but if you have your alternate lockout with a benediction, no one's going to say a word.
Oh, they won't go. That
about
was weird. They won't say it.
No, they
They'll
won't
think
say it.
Doesn't matter. You clean up the neighborhood, man. We got to get going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just got confirmation the dumpster is going to show up this year. The dumpster is showing up.
The dumpster is showing up.
Yeah. So you know what that means?
For the 24th.
Yeah, and a lot of it was because we'd fire off the fireworks, let them sit while the fireworks show got done, and then everything got dunked. And then into the.
So what's going to go into the
on-street
dumpster? What's going to go into the dumpster?
All of the stuff from all the food and everything. I mean, this is still a couple hundred people eating food, and we fill up a lot of garbage bags, lots of cans.
I've got a couple mattresses. Can I?
No, you cannot bring your mattress up. I've already told people this. Don't bring your mattress.
I guess. What about old bikes? Can I bring some old bikes?
Just because there's a dumpster on the road doesn't mean that your construction company can come and start dumping stuff in my neighborhood.
problem is that we replaced our carpet last year.
What about carpet pad?
I'll give you $20 if you'll let me dump my rolls of old carpet in there.
Yeah, sure.
Ignore the dog smell.
Yeah. All right.
Mark says, let's do a barge in the Great Salt Lake for fireworks. So that's that's
Steve's territory.
Yeah, Steve's.
Yeah. But again, it knocks out the two birds with one stone there because Steve's fireworks also are mosquito abatement. So you do both. You knock it all out at once.
We got a text from Beard Dave. You remember Beard Dave?
Is this the vegan? In-house vegan?
No.
Oh, because David Berg was also.
No, this is Beard Dave.
Okay, what's he say?
He says, "Remember when I was vegan? Ha ha ha! I'm dying." So he remembers those old days.
I know.
But you know what? There was You know, it was almost as good as zero dietary cholesterol for 18 months.
What?
Just the moral superiority.
Yeah, that's why people do it.
It was so sweet.
It's like you want to know. It's like
take us.
You know how to know somebody's a marathon runner or a vegan. Talk to them for 4 minutes because they'll work it into the conversation.
Work it in, yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got more on KSL Brightside around the corner. When we do come back. This is an interesting one because France is going to fire up a brand new way to attack the social media epidemic, which is what they're calling it. It's a social media epidemic for people who are younger, not just younger, but how are they going to attack this? The age of 15 is where they're going to cut it off, how they're going to do it, and how it can be pulled off. That's all coming up next. Stay right here with us. More to go. It is KSL Brightside.
It is 1:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this half hour. A woman is now behind bars after police accused her of threatening city workers while impersonating a federal officer. KSL News Radio's Brianna Willis reports.
Police were called to the Nephi City building this week after people in the treasurer's office say they received several calls from a woman claiming to be a federal officer. She was demanding they give her money, also saying everyone there would be arrested following an investigation. Police traced the call to Bobby Jo Sorensen, who had admitted making the calls. If she is convicted, she faces up to a year and a half in prison.
Sorensen has previous arrests and even has a current warrant out for making similar threats in Nephi, Spanish Fork, and in Nevada. Paiute County is now under a boil order. The emergency management team says it's due to the flooding in City Creek and Junction. The water is okay for flushing and showering, but boiled or bottled water is needed for drinking. Safe water is available at the Junction Firehouse, and additional cases have been requested since the order was announced. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. A judge has ruled former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife will stand trial on drug trafficking and narco-terrorism charges in June of next year.
Maduro appeared at ease as he entered the courtroom without shackles, greeting spectators with good morning in English and waving at one of the sketch artists as he took a seat at the defense table. Judge Alvin Hellerstein promptly set a trial date for June 1st, 2027, the date requested by both prosecutors and defense lawyers. Maduro's lawyers say they plan to file a motion to dismiss the case in September by arguing that Maduro and Flores are protected by sovereign immunity. Peter Haralambous, ABC News, New York.
And your money at this moment, the Dow is currently in the red, as are all the major markets. Currently down 10 points, the S&P down 6. The Nasdaq seeing the worst declines right now, down 100 points. Coming up, chance of seeing more rain today and cooler temperatures finally, but it's going to be very brief. So that heat comes back. Let's take a look at the forecast next. KSL News Time, 1:33.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Kitchen and bath transformations start with AMC Building Materials. AMC Building Materials is a large kitchen cabinet and countertop supplier serving both wholesale and retail customers. AMC offers factory direct pricing on all interior remodeling materials, giving you exceptional value without sacrificing quality. Most standard items are available for quick payment and pickup right away. AMC Building Materials provides professional service, free design, and free on-site measurements, along with expert installation by top AMC professionals. From bold kitchen designs to beautiful functional bathrooms, AMC delivers outstanding value with styles you'll love. And best of all, most projects can be completed within just 10 days. Come experience beauty you can see, quality you can feel, and service you can trust. Get directions to the new AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West today and schedule your free estimate. Visit amckitchenslc.org. That's amckitchenslc.org.
America First Credit Union has everything you need to get your money working. And for a limited time, new members get a $150 cash bonus for opening a checking account and $200 more for enrolling in and using direct deposit. If you're ready to do more with your money and get up to $350 cash, head to americafirst.com and become a member today. Subject to membership eligibility, terms, creditworthiness, change, and conditions. Additional requirements may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
We do still have this crash in Roy on 1900 West, and it is still closed both directions at 4400 South and 4800 South. Drivers are being diverted, so you can get through. It's just you're going to want a couple extra minutes getting between Roy and Davis County, or Davis and Weber County, that is, both directions. Oh, and we also have some pretty heavy traffic now on southbound I-15. This is in the construction zone going from Kaysville into Farmington just before Park Lane. There might be a new crash there as I'm watching the delays grow pretty rapidly there. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Working our way up to a high of 92 degrees today with a chance of storms this evening. with overnight lows in the 70s. Back up to 94 tomorrow, the expected high, but then we're expected to return to the upper 90s, 99 on Friday, then triple digits for the weekend. Right now, it's 84 degrees and mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Doug Wright is probably rolling over in his grave hearing us back on the air.
And Alex Curie.
Well, first of all, Doug's not dead, but yeah, he probably would not approve.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie, and the snack cart just rolled past the studio.
Did you see it was a different version of it? It's a different version of it, though. Did you see it?
What were those?
Those were pies. It's the Pioneer Days snack cart.
Okay, perfect. Well, Caitlin's going to hook us up, right? All right, Caitlin's going to hook us up.
If there's a lemon option in there, Caitlin, I'm just saying.
Caitlin has always got our back.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Look at that.
All right, listen.
Ethan, what do you want? They're asking you what you want. And he's going to do the moral superiority thing again and go,
do you have anything vegan?
They just not gluten-free.
Not the same. I'll let it be dealer's choice for Caitlin but I want to jump into what we're going to talk about today. We have an anti-social media story. Who's got the anti-social media
sliding into your DMs, ruining your feed and your day? It's the KSL Brightside anti-social media.
All right, France has done it. Social media ban, total ban for anyone under the age of 18 from using social media. Doesn't matter what your parents think. It is not going to happen. It's the first country in the European Union to implement a blanket ban on social media. And I happen to also know that the European Union generally is looking at union-wide restrictions. But France has stepped out ahead. And you know what I think, Alex? I think that's awesome. I think that we need to do that for not just Utah, but for the United States. In fact, if I could tomorrow, if I were president of the United States,
you'd ban social media across the entire front?
For under 18. I would ban social media for under 18. I think that's what we need to do.
Well, I don't hate your resolution.
I can tell you do by the tone of your voice.
I just know how hard it's going to be. No. You know, it's not like I'm like some lover of social media.
Are you?
No, I don't. No. I don't obsess over it at all. Like all right. I'm kind of.
If you say so.
I stop it. I don't love it as much as most.
Okay.
I'm not as anti as you are, but
I'm anti.
And I know you're anti, and I'm fine with it because I do think that there is I think it hurts. I do think it hurts the kids.
Yeah.
I do wonder how it's going to be implemented. I don't know how France is going to implement this.
See, I already know. And I think it's easier than we realize. Because someone always has to be able to implement a ban. Not a band.
Get it. Hey, implement a band. Let's get it going.
You put it on the social media companies and you put enforcement situations. You say, all right.
That's $1 billion fine because we saw you actually let a 13-year-old accidentally use it.
You start letting kids on social media, Mark Zuckerberg goes to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you something. If you start threatening Mark Zuckerberg with jail time, you know what Facebook would have tomorrow? A workable way to get kids off that platform. I mean, they would have it immediately. This whole business of, we can't really do that. That's baloney. They totally can. And I'll tell you what did it for me. It was the realization of how seriously we take alcohol with young people. And we always say this. We ban alcohol for underage kids because the brains are still developing, and there are consequences, health consequences, or social consequences that kids still don't understand. And so you can't participate until you reach with alcohol. It's 21. Now, I think we should use the exact same verbiage with young people. Your brains are still developing. There are things happening to you physiologically. There are consequences socially. and it is not appropriate for under 18 to be on there. You can enjoy it as an adult. I think we say the exact same thing. And you know what? We're able to do it. Now, can kids still get, alcohol and things like that from their parents or, from whatever? Sure. But if there's a gas station out there that starts selling beer to kids, what happens? They get in big trouble. They can lose their business license. They can go to jail. I'm not afraid. I don't think we should be afraid of social media companies telling us that that's not doable, that's not enforceable.
Well, I know. I just know that my kid, for some reason, my kids are really good at hacking is not the right word, but just like fooling me on it. Because the reality is that we have like all these things in place to try to stop them from using these apps. And for some reason, they're able to still there's a workaround.
So we got a text. Ethan and Alex, France did not ban it for anyone under 18. It is under 15.
No, I know.
Right.
No.
That's what we said. We said
that's
under
what we
15.
said under 15. But
then I said we need to do under 18.
Yeah.
So the under 18 is my
that's
addition.
Ethan's personal addition to the morality side of this. And I get it. I'm interested to see because the social media companies are saying, because they technically, quote unquote, you can't do it if you're under 13, right? 13 and under, or 13, under 13, whatever it is. So why would it be any different for under 15? Or how is it that they'd be able to enforce it for under 15? And why is it that France picked under 15 versus under 13 or under 17 or under 19 or whatever it might be?
Their problem. We make it the cell phone company's problem. We make it the social media company's problem. I mean, would we accept this if Maker's Mark came out and said, I don't know how you're going to ban kids from drinking alcohol. I just don't know how you're going to do it. You can't do it. Well, guess what? We figured it out. We put a bunch of different people on the hook, and we said, this is what the consequences are. And I think we do the same thing with social media. Where are the levers that we can pull? We could probably get some accountability with the cell phone companies, right? The companies that make cell phones.
Sure.
And the internet service providers and the social media companies. I bet they could all play a role, and we just make sure that they know what the consequences are if they start allowing young people to engage on, destructive and harmful behavior on their, with their stuff. And when I say harmful, destructive behavior, I mean being on social media, which I think is harmful and destructive behavior.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they do it. I like to see other countries and see how they try to navigate it, and then see if we will do it too, or if we'll have the guts to do something similarly. If we say, hey, you know what, we're going to make it to where you're 16 and under, you can't do it. 15 and under, like I said, I don't know why France came up with 15 and under.
I got a follow-up text. It says, I think you need to, this is the same guy. I think you need to back up the tape. You did say France banned anyone under 18, but I will give you props for covering your A, is what they said. They put the letter A.
I don't know what that is.
If it's true, I apologize, because I actually have it right in front of me on the screen, and I was reading it. It says age of 15. But if I said 18, then I apologize. That was my blunder, because I do have it right here. It's age of 15. So I think that's good. I think France is good for doing this. I just think we need to take it one step farther and go 18.
Okay.
And I honestly, I feel like in this, aren't all parents behind me on this? Aren't all parents? If the government, let's say the federal government came out today and they said, hey, guess what? We worked it out with social media companies. We feel like we can enforce it. No kids can be on social media till they're 18. As a dad, wouldn't you appreciate that?
I would love it. What's interesting is that my kids aren't really, I only have one kid who's into this. And so I have a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old, and I have a 14-year-old daughter. I assume at some point that the other two, the 16 and the 14-year-old, will get into it too. But my son is, like, they don't text anymore.
Yeah.
They don't call each other even. They snap one to another.
Yeah.
And they go back and forth. And half the time I don't even know what he's doing. I go, what are you taking a picture of? Oh my gosh, it's Snapchat. Stop. I'm like, what are you? Because I'm like, what are you doing? Because it'll just be, and he'll do this thing where he'll be like, snap. And I'll be like, what did you just whisper to your camera? Quit it. It's snap. And I'm like, yeah, but what did you just mumble to the camera?
It was about you.
I know. It's my freaking dad over here trying to get social media banned.
It's so embarrassing.
He's got this vegan co-host who's a total lame-o.
You won't shut up about social media.
We'll take a break. All this week we've been talking about search and rescue and the efforts that, of course, here in the state of Utah we've made to be able to make sure that people understand that it's a situation that we have here in the state where we're stretched thin. Our resources are stretched pretty thin when it comes to the money side of it, when it comes to the volunteer side of it. Every county is dealing with something a little bit different. Yesterday, we were talking to Wasatch County. Today, we're going to be chatting with the Sevier County Sheriff about this very same thing. And so Nathan Curtis is going to join us here in just a few minutes. He's going to come into the studio. We're going to talk with him about the efforts they're making there in Sevier County. And he came all the way up from Richfield just to be able to chat with Ethan and I and ask Ethan about his veganism. So stay right here. More to go. It is KSL Brightside.
4 weeks may sound like a long time, but it really is not. Not when it comes to the amount of change you can have through Soda Diet and Nutrition in just 4 weeks.
4 weeks. And Soda is doing something amazing. I don't think they've ever done this before, Andy.
I can't think of it.
They're giving away 4 weeks for free. So just think about this. By, around the end of summer, you could have drastic change. You'll feel better in your clothes. You'll have more energy. You'll be sleeping better, all because of Soda.
Healthier, more confident, free from chasing an expensive fix because it doesn't involve any drugs. It doesn't involve anything crazy. It's just relearning how to eat and working step by step with a degreed nutritionist who guides you the entire way.
I lost 37 pounds in 3 months. You lost how much?
70 pounds in 5 months.
Get 4 weeks for free. Just call 866-800-SODA and mention KSL.
Or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because Soda is, say it with me, Amanda,
state of the art.
Murphy's Law says that if your air conditioner is going to break down this summer, it's going to be when you least expect it and at the worst possible time. And for a lot of homeowners, the fear isn't just the breakdown. It's worrying about what happens next. Is this going to cost a fortune? Am I going to be pressured into replacing it? Can somebody just help me figure out what's wrong? At Any Hour Services, that's exactly what we're here for. Maybe your system just needs maintenance to help prevent breakdowns before they happen. Maybe a part failed, and a simple repair gets you back up and running quickly. Or maybe your system's getting older, repairs are adding up, and you think replacing it makes more sense. Whatever the situation, we'll walk you through your options, answer your questions, and make sure you have the information you need to make the decision that's right for your home and your budget. Maintenance, repair, or replacement, you choose what's right for you. That's how Any Hour Services works. Options, not pressure. Call Any Hour Services next time you need help with your air conditioner. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Did you know Utah State University is home to one of the nation's leading centers for disability research and advocacy? At the Institute for Disability Research Policy and Practice, we work side by side with Utahns with disabilities, their families, and community partners to make our state more accessible and inclusive for everyone. Our researchers, educators, and advocates partner with family service providers and policymakers to create real lasting change. We believe that everyone deserves a chance to live, learn, work, and play in our communities. From helping children reach their potential in early intervention programs, to building accessible technologies, to improving mental health and employment supports, our work touches every corner of the state. The Institute for Disability Research, Policy, and Practice is the only disability-focused research center in the state of Utah. That means we're Utah's home for innovation, data-driven policy, and community solutions that make life better for people with disabilities. Find us at idrpp.usu.edu.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie, and we're joined in studio right now with Sheriff Nathan Curtis of Sevier County. Sheriff, thanks for coming in.
hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
Well, we were so excited
We
to
were
do
excited
this.
because we were told that I know you've got other roles in the state that you play, but I'll pretend like you drove up just for us and just for this.
I did.
Okay, there you go.
I'm not even going to stop at Costco on the way home.
The world's largest Costco. You're not going to stop there yet?
Which
You're gonna
one's
drive,
that one?
It's
Yeah,
the one
that's
on,
the Salt Lake
off
one.
21st, yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know what you can get there? Whole goat carcasses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. New Zealand. It's not goat. It's lamb.
Oh, you can get goat, but you can get whole lamb.
You get whole lamb too.
Whole lamb, yeah.
I
They
got
used to
local
have-
guys I just go to
I was
going to
say you probably
Yeah,
out in
that's right.
Sevier County. You got the
That's
hookups.
true.
down
Yes,
there,
we
man.
do.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting for us in Salt Lake. That's interesting for us in Salt Lake. But I guess
they
for
go.
you guys, it
He
wouldn't
goes
be.
frozen. Why would you do that?
I want to roll out a
Give me the fresh
website
one.
that I want everyone to visit. It is rescue.utah.gov. And this week, we've been paying a lot of special attention to Utah search and rescue teams around the state. And they are organized by county, and they are all volunteers top to bottom. And we've just been so impressed learning about the heavy burden that they carry for all of us. They are out constantly responding to calls. And Sheriff Curtis, this is one of your responsibilities. Is you work with the search and rescue team in Sevier County.
I do.
And tell us a little bit about these people who are involved. Who are these volunteers?
So these volunteers and across the state, they are just amazing, awesome people. They care about what they do. They love the outdoors. They love helping other people and complete strangers. They have no idea who they are. And some of them have even been rescued themselves. they had to rescue their kids or whatever. But they're doing this for zero pay. They're doing it out of the kindness of their hearts. They donate their time. I had half my team out last night. We were loading sandbags and filling sandbags till 1 o'clock this morning. So, but these are just people who are your neighbors. They love to share the outdoors and they love to go out and make a difference. And that's what they're doing.
So we're sending people to rescue.utah.gov. And among the things you can do there is you can get what's called a Utah Search and Rescue Assistance Card.
Yes.
So what does this mean?
So in the state of Utah, if you get the USARA card, that's the nickname we call it, it's a kind of an insurance way of saying that we won't charge you for your search and rescue. If you get stranded out in the backcountry, you get injured, you need search and rescue to come get you, we could technically charge you, but we don't really want to. But this is a way to give back to those search and rescue teams as a way to say, hey, we appreciate the help. We appreciate you always being ready, training all the time for us, and being willing to come out in the middle of the night or wherever it is to come help us. And so this USARA card, you can either get it for an individual or get it for a family or a group, and you can actually go in and just say, this is going to search and rescue for the whole state if I need help.
Yeah.
Now, one part of it is legislature and SAR teams were like, hey, if someone's doing something really, really stupid, say they're trying to use their Subaru to launch themselves across the canyon.
Negligent, not just like, hey, this was poor planning. It's like, no, they're planning on doing something dumb here,
and they know they're doing something. Right. So they're, it's whitewater season, and we got a flash flood, and we're going to go kayak for the fun of it.
Right.
So those things that puts other rescuers at risk.
Sure.
We don't want to do that. So we could still charge them, but this is a way to raise those funds that we need across the state to help these SAR teams.
What's your biggest cost that you guys incur as search and rescue? I mean, as the county sheriff, you oversee a pretty big budget. I mean, just because you're a county sheriff.
Sheriffs are the biggest budget in any county.
Right, and so when you look at it and you look at just the search and rescue part, what's their hard cost that the rescue.utah.gov website, if people can donate there as well, what those hard costs that are covered, what's your biggest cost for that?
Our biggest cost is equipment.
Really?
Staying up with the latest and greatest. So the public is out there. They've got $100,000 side-by-sides. They are decked out, sleds, you name it. Having search and rescue teams that have a 20-year-old snowmobile, which is how it was when I started.
Right. You're still the guy's pulling on it to get it started. We'll be out there in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get there. We got the old phaser, we can get on a good pack trail, but some of these guys have $20,000, $30,000 snowmobiles. You can get in more trouble in 2 minutes on a sled than you can walking in 20.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing, is keeping up with what the public has so we can go rescue them. Then after that, it becomes spending time with training and the calls. Some of the things that is really a huge expense that the state helps us out with is the state helicopter.
Yeah, that DPS helicopter.
That DPS helicopter is out all the time. And there's some counties that have invested in fuel trailers, so they're hauling equipment out for them. They're hauling that fuel out for that helicopter. All those expenses come in, and we don't bill.
Yeah.
We try and stay away from that. We want people to be able to say, hey, you know, when I need help, it's not about the cost.
Salt Lake County yesterday, when we were in the middle of talking with Cam about it, they had the DPS helicopter up at that rescue. They did a rescue of somebody who injured themselves up on a big peak.
Yeah.
And they brought it in, and you go to and you think to yourself, and I remember reading the story, and it was like blah blah blah, ankle injury, and I was like, ankle injury, helicopter. Okay, you know, and that's not me dogging the person that's up there getting rescued. What I'm saying is that they make those things happen.
Yeah.
And it is not free. And so that's the part that people need to understand is like, and just a blanket like, well, the taxes will pay for it. It's like, there is so much going on. There are so many different things in here. And by law, every search and rescue team is all managed by each county sheriff's office.
Yes.
And so those things need to be budgeted for. Those hard costs need to be looked at, and it needs to be something that the public understands, because we are searching and rescuing people year round. It's not just during the summer. Winter is at least in Wasatch County, winter was the number one.
Yeah,
for
that's
them.
their big tourist season in Wasatch County.
Mm-hmm.
It's the winter season. On snowmobiles, you're going to take a bunch of people. We're going to go down to this shop. We're going to rent a sled that's
and we're going off the trails
$20,000.
immediately.
Yeah,
right.
and we no experience ever. Right?
Sure.
They sign a waiver. We won't sue, but then now we got to go rescue them.
Yeah,
they're lost. They get bad weather, whatever it may be. That takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
you take a snowmobile team to get out there. You got to send a lot of guys and a lot of equipment out there.
And food.
You do, yeah.
And fuel, all the stuff. All the stuff that comes out of it.
Go to rescue.utah.gov and take a look at that Utah Search and Rescue Assistance Card. If you take your family out into Utah's wildlands and outdoors, get one of these cards. You know, search and rescue is not going to charge you, but this is a way for you to say, hey, you know what? I already put a little money in the kitty, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to do my best to stay safe. But if something really happens and my family needs help, I know that at least I've got skin in this game, and that when those search and rescue guys come to get me, I'm aware of their work, and I appreciate it, and I put some money in there.
Let's take another break. Sheriff, we'll chat with you in a few minutes here. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll come back. We've got more to go right around the corner. Stay with us. KSL Brightside continues right around the corner after news, traffic, and weather.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It is 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. Most of the state is under a flood watch today because of heavy rain in the forecast. The National Weather Service says areas where there are burn scars from recent wildfires are particularly at risk because the land doesn't absorb all that water. Unlike yesterday's storm, which moved through the area quickly, forecasters say this storm is expected to linger with wind gusts, lightning, and heavy rain that could stick around well into the evening. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. President Trump attended the dignified transfer of 4 U.S. service members who were killed in the Middle East over the weekend. ABC's Luis Martinez says only 3 of the fallen soldiers have been identified so far.
Sergeant Angel Rempersad, she is believed to be deceased. What we do know is that 3 soldiers were impacted by a missile attack on their base in Jordan on Friday night, but 2 of them were immediately recovered, but a set of remains was recovered later, but could not be possibly identified at the location. That's why the Army is saying she was believed to be deceased. The 4th soldier, Michael Swinton, he died during the detonation of a drone that had landed at a base in northern Iraq.
And right now, there are no signs that Iran or the U.S. are going to stop trading attacks since that ceasefire collapsed. But the Trump administration continues to say Iranians are desperate to negotiate. More from ABC's Patrick Reevell.
The Strait of Hormuz remains effectively closed right now as Iran continues to target ships there. Also, the alternative route in the Red Sea is also now under threat since the Iran's allies, the Houthis, declared a blockade on Saudi Arabian ports there. And so we have seen gas and oil prices continue to rise. Here in Europe now, liquefied natural gas prices are reaching the levels that they were at during some of the worst points of the war before the ceasefire agreement.
Taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow is currently down just 5 points. The S&P is down 10. The NASDAQ seeing the worst decline still, and they continue to fall. Right now it's down 146 points. Coming up a little cooler and rainy for the next couple of days, but that triple-digit heat is knocking on the door. It's coming back. Take a look at the forecast next. KSL News Time, 2:02.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Right now, UCCU is offering short-term savings options with incredibly high yields. Simply make a deposit, then watch your savings grow with a fixed rate of return that's much higher than a savings account. UCCU also has great offers on jump-up options. So if rates continue to rise, you can jump up your rate and earn even more. Visit uccu.com to learn more and supercharge your savings today. UCCU. Love where you bank.
I'm Walker Kessler, and I play basketball for a living. So I know how important it is to have the support of a team you can trust. That's why I love UCCU. UCCU is more than a credit union. They're a true financial partner, a local team of experts your entire family can trust at every step of your financial journey. Just visit uccu.com and elevate your banking experience.
Sign up for KSL Text Alerts. Get breaking news and traffic updates by texting the word news to 57500. Want access to exclusive contests? Text contest to 57500. Jazz fans, text the word jazz for breaking jazz updates. And Cougar fans, text BYU to 57500 for the latest on the Cougars. Message and data rates may apply. Some of the most meaningful jewelry is the jewelry we never wear. It sits tucked away in a drawer. A ring from a grandmother, a pendant from years gone by, pieces filled with stories, but not part of your everyday life. Duke's Jewelers believes those pieces deserve more. For over 75 years, Duke's Jewelers has helped families reimagine heirloom jewelry, transforming what once was into something you'll love wearing today and pass down tomorrow. Whether it's resetting a stone, redesigning a ring, or creating something entirely new, Duke's Jewelers will guide you through every step, right there in the store. And if you have jewelry that no longer fits your story, Duke's Jewelers also buys gold, offering a simple, transparent way to turn it into something meaningful again. Bring in what you have and create something you'll never want to take off. Duke's Jewelers on Main Street in Springville, where your story continues.
Thursday, join KSL News Radio and NPS from 10 to 1 as the movie show stops by. Then browse and uncover what makes NPS so great. With 4 locations, NPS takes a new inventory every day. Then they check all competitors' retail pricing before marking items down 20 to 70% off. You're invited to visit the movie show Thursday from 10 to 1, and that's the first step to discovering NPS. Visit npsstore.com to begin your own NPS adventure. npsstore.com.
This is Emergency Traffic brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
It's for drivers near Heber City on Highway 189. Looks like we got some heavy traffic both directions of Highway 89 going into or coming out of Heber City due to a crash in the construction zone near 3600 West. It's very dense there near Deer Creek Reservoir. And we also still see this crash in Weber County on 1900 West. Both directions have been closed at 4400 South for quite some time now. Drivers are getting through. They are being diverted to get through, that is. So you can get through, but it is a little more dense as you go from Davis County into Weber County on 1900 West. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, expect a high of 92 degrees today with a chance of storms before the end of the day with a high of 94 tomorrow. We should be up to 99 by Friday and then triple digits again come this weekend. Right now it's 84 degrees in Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
And you're sure management's okay with this?
And Alex Curie.
I thought you cleared it with him.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And thanks so much for tuning in today. We sure do appreciate it. And don't forget that URL, rescue.utah.gov. We're doing a lot this week to support search and rescue in Utah. They're all volunteers. They're organized county by county. And they do a lot for us, not just investing their personal time to get out and rescue us in the backcountry, but also their personal funds. Much of the equipment they use is purchased with their own money, and their training is oftentimes at their own expense. And so we've been working to help them make sure that you go to rescue.utah.gov and get one of those cards, get one of those search and rescue cards so that you are prepared. In the meantime, Alex, I want to talk about my new hero.
Who is it?
Now, I can't remember the last time I saw one of his movies. I haven't seen his most recent movies. Maybe I will. But it's Christopher Nolan. Because Christopher Nolan does not own a smartphone or use email. In fact, this has actually been a problem for actors who don't recognize the random numbers that they're getting when he tries to reach out or when people try and reach out on his behalf.
Does he use a payphone?
No, he has people make the calls for him.
Okay, so I get it. So he's your hero because he doesn't use a smartphone?
Because he doesn't use a phone.
But
what do you think about that?
Well, I'll tell you what I think about it is that must be nice. If I was worth $1 billion, which I would assume that Christopher Nolan's probably worth into the hundreds of millions, right? Are you going to look up his net worth real quick? Okay, look up his net worth real quick because I would say because you have the same thing going on in your life, which is you've said if you won the Powerball, because Christopher Nolan has essentially won the Powerball.
It's $250 million, roughly.
Okay, so he's $250 million net worth. If that's the case, then guess what?
I would never drive again.
Because you said you'd never drive again. You'd get a chauffeur for everything.
Yep.
What was the other thing you'd never do again?
I'd never clean again.
You'd never clean again, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And in his case, all he did was add, as an almost billionaire, he added, I'll never make a phone call again.
I'll never make a phone call again.
Must be nice.
Must be really nice.
Because he could be your hero. The reality is that I'm calling a bluff on this, that he's such a hero and more just along the lines of just a snooty rich guy.
So
because this is what rich guys have been doing since the beginning of time. I'll have my people contact you. So when you do this thing about how he's such a great guy because he got rid of smartphones, you know what he's doing? He's making a ton of other people use their smartphones.
So I actually had an experience.
You are not as good of a person as you think you are, Ethan Millard. How dare you?
Hey, look, I never said I was a good person. I just said I don't want to use a phone anymore.
Yeah.
So I actually had an experience where this was several years ago, and I was at some event. It was like a Silicon Slopes event, and one of these executives that's part of Silicon Slopes. I was
tech magnate.
But it seemed like he was with Silicon Slopes or with the university or something like that, right? I mean, he wasn't like himself a tech CEO or anything, but he was in that world, part of it, played some role. And he had some kind of assistant with him. He introduced me to him, and we're chatting, and he's doing the whole thing because he's just good at showing interest in you. He's like, well, let's get together sometime. I said, okay. He's like, here's my card. And I took it and put it in my pocket. And then the next day I pulled it out and I looked at it. He had not given me his card. He had given me his assistant's card.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was simultaneously impressed and really offended.
Because he actually didn't. He was like, I don't actually care who you are. Actually, I won't talk to you at all.
Call this guy.
The best thing that you just had was the 5 minutes you had with me.
Yeah.
At that conference
Yeah.
earlier.
But I was also, part of me was impressed that, he had done that. That was a big time move. And I feel like not having a phone is a big time move. But apparently, though, it does create some problems because it has happened in the past where he's had a hard time getting a hold of people. For example, Christopher Nolan could never get a hold of me because I only take calls from numbers I recognize. Right? So he wouldn't be able to get a hold of me.
You just did a reverse Uno on Christopher Nolan's snootiness. You're all, sorry, I don't answer calls.
So then that's a problem because what if I was working in Hollywood, desperate to get a role somewhere, desperate to work as an actor, and then I never connect with Christopher Nolan because he's calling me from random numbers, right? and it's not him. I get a phone call, hey, yeah, I'm a friend of Christopher Nolan. This is, here's a text, 57500. If I won the Powerball, I would go completely off grid.
All right, see, and I like that idea too. And again, but Christopher Nolan, I think this is part of his personality too. They go, yeah, you can't get a hold of him.
Someone else,
he likes being the guy who is unget-a-holdable. He'll call you. You don't call him.
Someone else objected to the way I said silicone slopes.
What'd you call it?
He said I need to get it right. Silicon.
You need to. Okay, so you called it silicone, but it's silicon. Silicon? The silicon slopes?
What about just silica?
It's just singular. Isn't that?
I don't know.
Isn't that what they make sand out of?
I don't know what any of this means. They want to be called silicon slopes. I don't know what that means. It's a tech thing.
Okay,
right?
I will just tell you right now, the only way you can get a hold of Ethan Millard is via text. Do it right now, 57500. You got to get it. All of your gripes and your beef that you have with Ethan, you can actually find a way to him every day right here on the airwaves at 57500. That's the best part to get away with.
That's it, between 1 and 3. Yeah. Otherwise,
the rest of the time, he's talking about how he doesn't like being on phones. He doesn't like social media, and I don't like people call me.
Look, there's a secondary problem with phones, and that is it's causing problems with us physiologically. So I'm sure that you're aware of the hunched problems, the neck problems, the shoulder problems.
Because of phones?
Because of phones, yeah. You're sitting on your phone scrolling. There are also thumb problems.
The thumb problems are funny because I feel like I've been on a smartphone for a long, long time, and I've never had the thumb problem that people talk about.
All right. So a couple of things that you can do with the thumb problems. I sometimes have thumb problems, okay, from my phone. You can use ice therapy, right? You can also wear a brace. So they have special braces.
A thumb brace?
Yeah, that support the wrist and thumb to kind of reduce movement during flare-ups. But here is something though that maybe you should try instead. Instead of typing everything out, utilize dictation. Use your phone's built-in microphone for long messages rather than typing everything out. You can also mix up your digits. So give your thumb a rest, use your index finger to type.
Sorry.
What are you laughing at?
I just think that looks funny.
You hold it in one hand, and then with your index
the way
finger,
you did it was you put it on. Here's what I would do. I put it on my gut right here. Hold on, let me
and
see.
Then
If
you
you
use
get a visual.
both fingers, both index fingers.
You just type it out on your belly. That's fine. That works for me.
But it's a real problem. I'll tell you where I've felt it though is with my pinky finger the most. Because the pinky finger is holding it up.
No,
and so
you never had
I have felt the pain and strain on the pinky.
No. I get the forehead issues. Where you're laying in bed, you drop it on your forehead.
You lose a tooth like that.
Don't tell me that's never happened to you. It's not even the forehead. It's not even the phone hitting you in the forehead. It's the one where you do the.
And you're juggling it.
People do that. I have definitely again, this is a function of being a guy in my mid-40s, but my wife and I will be sitting in bed, we'll both be chatting there, and I'll have my phone, not right over my head, because I'm not laying totally down when I'm in, but you may be sitting up or whatever, but I'll do the thing where I start falling asleep, and I'll be like, my wife will be like, what just happened? I'll be like,
I fell off a cliff.
I was watching my phone while watching this other show with you, and then I fell asleep.
And then it felt like I fell off a cliff.
And I think I died.
So, no, I just prop it up on a pillow if I'm in bed. I prop it up on a pillow. But then the problem is, though, is that because when you're laying on your side and you got one eye closed, if you move around for a period of time, that eye can't see anything very well. So that's the thing I struggle with all the time is
lazy eye.
Is just
Yeah, I got you.
My eyes see better and worse depending on my position,
right?
And that causes problems.
Hey, before we get out to the break, we've been chatting today with Sheriff Nathan Curtis, who came all the way up from Sevier County. And Sheriff, thanks for being with us today. First of all, thanks for coming up all that way. Not just the Sevier County Sheriff, but you also head up a board that is important for the search and rescue side of things. Tell us what it is that you do on that side of things for the state.
So we chair the Search and Rescue Advisory and Reimbursement Board, and this is a group that meets quarterly to give some of this money back that we make from the USARA card and other places to be able to give back to counties.
Yeah.
And that's the whole group. Every penny we get on that goes right back to the communities that have already spent that money for search and rescue.
And is that also what the rescue.utah.gov website, those donations do the same thing? They go to the same place?
Yep, goes to the same place. The other ones where some of the other funds comes from is if you've registered your ATV, snowmobile, your boat. Hunting and fishing licenses, there's a little bit that comes out of that, like 25 cents goes into those. There's a place on your registering your vehicle. You can make a donation there.
Sure.
And then, of course, the USARA card. And we're not doing very good on the USARA card.
I think this, honestly, it's one of those things that we've had a hard time. I just don't think we've put it out there enough, right? We haven't talked about it enough.
You're
Here
absolutely
we are.
right. And here we are. We're with you guys.
Yeah.
Right?
USARA. So it's the Utah Search and Rescue Assistance Card. Where can people go to find how to get this and how to make that donation and how it works?
Rescue.utah.gov. Has some personal information. You fill it out. You buy it right there online. It goes right into the state to go into that fund. Then you keep a digital copy on your phone. And you always have that. You can show it and be proud to share it with anybody. You can buy it for your family member if you want.
Well, and then also, that, when you're going out and you're recreating with your family and you're doing your best to stay safe, that if something really goes sideways on you, you've already done your part.
And you don't have to wait, right? There's a lot of people who are like, I don't know, man. I might get a bill. I don't want to have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate.
No.
You're going, I'm good.
Yeah.
I've helped out a little bit. I've done my part. I put a little skin in it. I don't mind calling. If I'm even concerned that I need to be rescued, call right now.
Yeah. Well, you definitely don't want to delay. That's one thing we learned yesterday when we were up with Wasatch County is that and I get that. I would do the same thing when you're up there. You're in trouble, but you're a little bit embarrassed.
You wait till the last minute.
Mm-hmm. Don't do that. When you need help, get out there because it's what these guys do. They are all volunteers, but this is what they love. And that's the thing too, Sheriff, that struck me when as we started to get to know these search and rescue guys. They love this work. And they want the calls. They want to get out there. They want to be helping.
Absolutely. You talk to some of these guys, they've been in for 15, 20 years or more.
Yeah.
And it's awesome what they do.
Yeah.
I love working with them. I guess that's why I don't mind beating a drum for them.
It's addictive work. That's what they've said. They go, once you get into it,
it's addictive.
It ends up being a hobby, but it's helpful at the same time. And so it's the best kind of hobby.
And,
Absolutely.
And people apologize to them all the time. I'm so sorry to call you out. I'm so sorry. And they just say, look, we love this. This is what we do.
Right. And we don't want to
say
say no. And so that's what we want to keep this thing going. And we want to make sure it happens.
Calls, we're going. Right.
All right,
it doesn't matter if it's 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. We're on our way.
Rescue.utah.gov. Find out more about the Utah Search and Rescue Assistance Card, that USARA card, and how it can be helpful for maintaining the best search and rescue across the entire state that we have right here. It's a great system. It wouldn't be able to go without volunteers. Wouldn't be able to go without these donations on top of it. So, Sheriff Curtis, thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll chat with you in a few minutes.
You bet.
All right, we'll come back. We got more to go right around the corner when we return. News for the 1%. I've got yacht news, Ethan. Stay with us. More to go. It's KSL Brightside.
Amanda, every business needs IT help. And sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff, but sometimes you don't. Or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure. So both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right. Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And thanks again. Please don't forget to go to rescue.utah.gov and get yourself a Utah search and rescue card. Please do that for your family. Please do that for the search and rescue volunteers in the state who, I used to have the idea that these were guys that would just, get out on their horses and ride up and down the trails calling your name. This is not it. These guys are highly, highly trained in search and rescue. They do technical rescues. They are the best here in the state of Utah. We should be so proud to have these guys out there watching our backs. And so let's make sure we do our part, especially if you're a family that loves to get out in the outdoors. Go to rescue.utah.gov and let's all pick up a little bit of that weight together, and it'll just make everything a lot better for these. It'll make it easier for the search and rescue volunteers. It'll make it safer for all of us. So,
Ethan, I don't know why, but today, we were hit with an inordinate amount of yacht news, and that of course triggers this automatically. Anytime yachts come up on this program, it triggers this. It's the news for the 1%. Let's do it.
If your net worth is less than $10 million, don't even bother listening to our news for the 1%.
So before we get into the story, I know that you probably are seeing in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a different yacht story.
Oh, okay. Tell me.
So, Sausalito, California, Sausalito City.
Sausalito.
I know, it actually looks like Sausagealito. Sausalito City manager Elaine Forbes. Which sounds like that would be the last name you would have if you're the city manager of Sausalito.
Sausalito. I was thinking the same thing. Of course, it's a Forbes.
It's Elaine Forbes.
Mm-hmm.
She's been on the job for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Not a long time. She's been arrested for breaking into and trying to steal a 3-story, 75-foot yacht while drinking.
So she got drunk and tried to steal a yacht.
Got drunk, tried to steal a yacht. She's like, I'm Elaine Forbes.
That's the Forbes for you. Look, I'm a Forbes. I'm not going to knock over a 7-Eleven.
So she's in the port of San Francisco, decides that arrested in the morning of July 18th after police received a call of a noise disturbance. What they found was she'd apparently broken into a 3-story yacht. First of all, 3-story yacht, settle down, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't just drunk when she got there. Apparently, according to the police report, she got into the whoops. You got to turn. Yeah, there you go. You got to turn that one off if you keep doing it. She apparently also broke in and then helped herself to the bar there too.
Oh well, you may as well. I mean, keep it going, right?
She kept the party going.
Well, I mean, you've already stolen the yacht. What are you going to do? Sober up?
Here's the thing. She's familiar with this port pretty well. You know why? She was the director of the port of San Francisco for like 14 years.
So she cased it. She cased the joint.
She knows the good boats. The boat's owner Andy Cunningham told ABC7 there in San Francisco that a bottle of maraschino cherries was also dumped into a shoebox. This story just got better and better. 4 empty bottles of wine. She had a horn going. She had the horn going. She had windshield wipers on, and the spotlight going. So it wasn't like they weren't going to be able to find her, because she fired up the horn, got the spotlight going, and then turned the music on. Loitering, squatting, and petty theft charges, according to what she's facing. Now, that also means, well, again, the quote that just kept going was, as the facts become clearer, Elaine has obtained legal and healthcare counsel in the coming hours and days, and we hope that people will respond with compassion.
So she's gone to rehab. Is that what it is?
Patience and respect for her and her family during an extraordinarily difficult time.
Well, we were appropriately respectful, I think. Did we show her enough respect?
I laughed my butt off about pouring a bottle of maraschino cherries. This is where these go. Andy Cunningham, you and your boat. All right, Millard, we have other yacht news, though. So
yeah,
you
we
got to
do.
help me out here.
And this is yacht/economic news because, I mean, honestly, it's tough out there for everybody.
Yeah. Well, for Elaine Forbes is going through an extraordinarily difficult time, then yes, the answer is yes.
You know what? She's not the only member of the 1%.
By the way, people are skewed on what extraordinarily difficult time is.
Well, how about
with what other people are going
How about this? Summer charters in the Mediterranean for yachts are down 20 to 30% last year.
What?
Yeah, people they're not going out and renting the yachts this year.
Trying to steal them.
This is what I'm saying. Times are tough all over, folks. You know, some of us had to cancel a yacht trip this year.
Hey, our thoughts go out to the yacht owners in the Mediterranean who are going through an extraordinarily difficult time.
Look, I know you don't like paying this gas money, but some families had to cancel their yacht trips. So, can we get a little perspective, please?
Hey, this yacht. Hey, kids, some people are going through some tough times. So we only get one helipad this year on the yacht.
I don't want to hear you complaining because somewhere out there's a job creator who didn't get to buy a new boat. So, you know, let's have a little sympathy here.
Come on.
Jonathan Beckett, CEO of super yacht brokerage Burgess, said bookings by Americans for charter yachts in the Mediterranean this summer, or the Med, as they say. They started out strong in the beginning of the year, but slowed after the outbreak of the Iran war. December, January, February, the market was on fire, and then the war started. Bum, bum, and then the fire started again.
Well, don't take your yacht through the Strait of Hormuz. That's going to be a problem.
So they're expecting the summer charter season to be off by as much as 30%. But what they're doing is they are getting some Americans who are trying to book last minute in hopes of deals. So they're getting calls, hey, you know, it's a little last minute. You got any deals? And they say there are some charter deals, last minute charter deals to be had. In fact, one broker is offering the 130-foot Club M, offered at a special rate of $239,000 for the third week of July. You know what it usually is? $250,000. So you can save $11,000. It only costs you, it's 210,000 euros off of its usual rate of 250. So you can save about 40,000 euros on this booking for the week. So there you go. So it'll be about $239,000 for the third week of July on the 130-foot Club M. So there you go.
If you want to find more yacht deals, tune in to KSL Brightside all the rest of the summer.
We need to just start our own section of the KSL Classifieds.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a quick news break. When we come back,
Mediterranean yacht deals.
I think you can study that at I think you can get that. It's a major you can have at the University of Utah. We'll come back. We've got more to go around the corner when we do return. I do want to talk about something that Americans are going through right now, which is apparently we're going through a moment here. Things aren't just difficult for Elaine Forbes, but Americans have apparently turned to a new hobby. Hopefully this isn't everybody, to try to make sure that they can make it through the month. You do not want to participate in this hobby, but we'll tell you about it next right here. It's KSL Brightside.
Good afternoon. It's 2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Jeff Kaplan. Our top local story this hour, people in Beaver are again on flood watch today. More rains expected on the Cottonwood Fire burn scar by day's end. The mayor says that by day's end they could also have clean tap water finally. KSL News Radio's Adam Small with details.
The mayor says their culinary water system was compromised and partially washed out by the severe flooding that happened on Sunday, and since then, everyone in the city has been without clean tap water. On top of that, he says they've been anxious to fix this and clean up the rest of the mess left behind by that flooding, but they say they can't fully commit to it yet because they also still have to keep their eyes on the sky and that burn scar.
The mayor says he's hopeful to have tap water issued to residents by the end of the day, but he says some areas might still have to wait another day or two. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The head of the Secret Service gave a rare on-the-record briefing to reporters today, saying threats against the people they protect are off the charts.
The Secret Service says it's handled 10,000 cases involving threats against protectees this year. That's up 40% from last year. Director Sean Curran.
The threat, picture and environment is
is as large as I've ever seen it.
Officials say many of the cases involve Americans with mental health issues and that committals at the agency's request are up tenfold. But Deputy Secret Service Director Matt Quinn says the threats are also overseas.
Iran has publicly said they want to kill President Trump.
Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
Your money at this moment, the Dow is down 6 points today. The NASDAQ tumbled 146. Coming up, we are under a flood watch on the Wasatch Front. KSL weather is next. You want to stay with us. KSL News Time 2:32.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
All right, guys. All day we've been chatting with the folks, of course, here with or all week we've been talking about search and rescue here in the state of Utah. And joining us right now in studio is Sheriff Nathan Curtis with Sevier County. We were just talking about some of the smaller counties out there, Sheriff, and how much help they need when it comes to this. What we were talking about yesterday too with Wasatch County was how big of a brotherhood it is and sisterhood too of all of the volunteers and all the different agencies that come together for search and rescue. There's not a search and rescue that happens out there that when you make a call that other counties don't show up for too when you need their help, right?
Absolutely. And that's the cool part about these group of volunteers. I can call right now if I have an incident. I can have 28 other counties that'll send a guy if they have the ability to. You know, an example was several years ago there was a drowning in Paiute County, Otter Creek Reservoir, and we had 7 different search and rescue teams showing up to help out and conduct that search. 7 different counties showing up, bringing their resources, their dive team boats,
their certifications, all the stuff that comes with it. Yeah,
absolutely. And so that is one of the coolest parts that I've seen over the years is that brotherhood, that sisterhood.
Yeah.
Just, hey, we got your back, and we're here to help.
And honestly, we need to have your back also as residents of the state of Utah. If you're out there recreating, if you love taking your family out, if you're hunting, fishing, riding, whatever, camping, whatever you're doing, make sure that you go to rescue.utah.gov first and get a Utah Search and Rescue Assistance Card. It's what you do is you put in a little bit. You put in a little bit into the fund, so when you're out there and something goes sideways and you need help, you can make that call and you won't feel sheepish and you'll do it right away because you know that you did your part for these guys and now they can come and do their part for you. So go to rescue.utah.gov and make sure that you get that Utah Search and Rescue Assistant Card for your family. You're going to be so glad that it's there, and you're going to be so glad that these search and rescue volunteers are there as well.
We're going to take a break. Sheriff, we'll chat with you in a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out today. We'll come back. We got more to go right around the corner. Stay with us on KSL Brightside.
And Doug.
Hot dog, get your hot dog. Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Babe, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
We have emergency traffic is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
We got some very hefty northbound I-15 delays that start up just after 6 South and reach all the way up toward Warm Springs Road. That was due to a crash that was blocking a center lane and right lane. They've now cleared that off the road, so hopefully those delays can clear out before we really get into the bulk of the afternoon drive. Where delays really aren't easing, this is between Heber City and Deer Creek Reservoir. There's a crash near 3600 West in Charleston. They have cleared those vehicles off the road and opened up some of the lanes, but not before the delays could get really dense. As you're passing really all of Deer Creek Reservoir, you're going to be in stop-and-go delays. Use your Cypress Reward Visa this summer and earn 2 times the points on gas and groceries. Redeem points for cash back, gift cards, and more. Visit cypresscu.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, we're under a flood watch along the Wasatch Front into tonight. Poor drainage areas could face problems. We could see thunderstorms anytime after 3 and into this evening. Then tomorrow, sunshine, dry, and 94 degrees. Right now it's 84. I'm Jeff Kaplan from the KSL Commons Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. This is Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller. I've got Alex Keary here with me. Oh, gosh, man, I can't get my chair.
You okay over there?
Oh. Well, you know,
you got everything figured out?
I just need a harder floor. I need one of those glass mats underneath this chair. Because it means it's a hard floor, but like there's just enough give in it to cause me problems with this chair. I think I'm too fat for the chair. Should we just let that sit?
Well, I don't know what to say at this point. It's uncomfortable for me. All right.
All right. Well, listen, let's move on. So we did.
You know what? You look great.
Hey, thanks.
You're doing great. Thanks.
We did our news for the 1%. We're going to go a little bit.
Can you believe all the yacht news that we had? Can you believe all the yacht news that we had on that? On why we had so much yacht news on a Wednesday when other people are going through it? People are like, the funny thing about yacht news and about the news of the 1% is when you go, yeah, can you believe how gas prices have gone up? And then a yacht guy pops up and goes, oh, I know what you're saying. I'm dealing with the same thing when we try to fill up the yacht.
Well,
you're like, no, you're not.
Let me tell you something. So according to some new information, you know what we're seeing an uptick in? We're seeing an uptick in shoplifting.
What?
So this is, this is according to new research from LendingTree. They say that 30% of Americans say they've shoplifted this year, up from 24% in 2024. With many citing financial strain tied to inflation. This is according to this new research. 90% of those who admitted to shoplifting cited affordability concerns and the broader economy.
You've got
they surveyed 2,000 people in early June. And apparently, by their math, they extrapolated out that almost a third of us steal.
That means between you, me, and Caitlin.
2/3 of one of us is
I can't see Caitlin right now. I assume she's picking something out of the newsroom. I'm sure she's stealing something from the newsroom snack room.
Someone's desk.
Yeah. She goes, boom, yoink. So when you say
seems high.
It does
really
seem
high.
When they're stealing necessities, that's extremely sad. What are we talking about here?
So the number one item that people are stealing are food and non-alcoholic drinks. The second most common item are clothing and personal hygiene products. Third most popular items are
CDs.
Clothing was the second most popular. Personal hygiene was the third most popular.
Okay.
Also, toys, technology, electronics, things like that.
Do you think
School supplies
Do you
was another
think
big
that
one.
also, and this is an interesting study in the psychological side of it, which for me, which is like where people go, you know what, inflation is up and things are tough right now, and so they'll tell themselves it might not necessarily even be tough for them, but they'll say, yeah, but you know what, I deserve this because times are tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know look, Ethan, in our lifetime, this is not the worst financial crisis we've been through. You and I, on these very airwaves, like the Great Recession that we went through back in 08, 09, and then the the housing stuff that happened
we
in
watched
2010,
that unfold
2011.
From this very room.
From this studio. And so when we watched that, like, we knew how bad things were back then. It feels different now, and yet at the same time, the desperation level feels up. Right? Like from a marketing standpoint, financial times are harder than they've ever been. Is it because we're in them right now? And so that's why it's like we went through COVID. You know what I mean? We also went through COVID from this very studio. And
well, you did. I was in my basement.
I forget that. You know what's funny is I forget that we did that.
I know.
That separated.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, we were in the same room together.
I didn't see it. The only time I saw you was that day we came in here and we took that photo.
We did a couple promotional shots.
We held the sign up.
Yeah. And then they said, Ethan, you got to get out of here. You got to get out of here. So again,
they said, have you been vaccinated? I said, no one's been vaccinated yet. They said, get out.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, because it's in the moment right now,
yeah.
It's the craziest thing that's ever happened to us. So why is it that people are stealing more now? Why are people shoplifting more now? And by the way, the mechanisms fighting against shoplifting have gone up. Like the stuff now that we have, the surveillance that we have now, it's all 1 million times better than it was when we were kids.
Yeah.
And so people are stealing more than they've ever. How is it up 50% from last year even?
Yeah.
Is it just because that the survey that they had a few more kleptos on it?
Maybe. It's entirely possible. Do you want me to tell you? Maybe you can guess from which retailer is the easiest to shop.
The easiest,
where people have the most success stealing.
I would say it's the big ones. It'd be like your Walmarts and Targets.
Walmart's number one.
Yeah.
47% said Walmart's the easiest.
I remember that some of these companies, and they call it shrinkage, which is just their word for
this is all the stuff that was stolen.
The stuff that was stolen, and all they do is pass on those savings to you and I, who are paying full price for it. And so, but Home Depot was a huge one too. Home Depot, people steal from there big time.
So I'll tell you. So and this is where I think it's worth kind of distinguishing, because one of the things that retailers are going after is they're trying to protect themselves from those organized theft rings.
Yeah. Oh,
you know what I mean?
The ones where they come in groups and then they steal all at once.
They'll take all the power drills, right? Some stuff like that. And
Right.
so, yeah, Home Depot
and those are being sold for money.
Home Depot is a huge target because those power tools can be sold that afternoon. And so that's a huge one. What this study is looking at is not the organized theft rings. It's it's people who shoplift, for example, because they literally can't afford something, but they need it. And this is where Walmart is popular. Also, Family Dollar is popular with that, right? I mean, if you're an organized theft ring, you're going to go to Home Depot before you go to Family Dollar, right?
That makes sense, yeah. But if somebody is stealing, like, toothpaste, companies aren't being like, yeah, we're getting hit hard because so a couple of years ago I went to, what's it called? I was covering the Jazz playoff run in back when the Jazz were in the playoffs. You remember those times, Ethan? I was in Oakland I was in the Bay Area for the Jazz versus the Warriors, and I went to a CVS pharmacy. I was picking up like some Excedrin.
Yeah.
There wasn't a thing in that store that wasn't under lock and key. Not a thing.
Yeah.
There wasn't like, yeah, but this aisle is. Because it used to be like, oh, man, we're locking up the deodorants and the Tide Pods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it turned into we're locking up the razors, the Tide Pods, and the deodorant. And then it was, hey, guess what? Everything is behind a Lucite box.
Yeah.
In this entire store. And I remember being like, there's no way that this is conducive to business, because I had to be like,
yeah, they had all the buttons. You have to press the button, and then somebody
comes over, and then you're like, hey, can you open up that Excedrin? They're like, this one or this one or this one or this one. I'm like, just that one right there. Just come on, I just need to get out of here, man.
I actually so we've been with Sheriff Curtis from Sevier County all afternoon talking about search and rescue. But Sheriff Curtis, I don't know if because you just came in, you've been kind of sitting out in the hall. So do you hear our conversation about the increase in shoplifting?
A little bit, yeah.
I actually, and we don't have to get into it because I know that's not why you're here, and I don't want you to feel like
The people
I've
of Sevier
ambushed you.
County do not steal a thing, Ethan. Get out of here.
But I'm curious
I will
to know,
tell you
though,
there was a shoplifting call when I left. I was listening to it on the radio.
Do you feel like, from your perspective in law enforcement, with the increase in inflation, some of the instability, economic instability we're seeing, do you guys see an increase in shoplifting for things like toothpaste and diapers and stuff like that?
Yeah, we see, and stuff like, why in the world are you stealing that?
Yeah.
You know, we see it as we have a Walmart.
Uh-huh.
Every day, Richfield City Police Department is in there doing a theft report.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
And we never had that before.
Yeah.
And so, but we're seeing it in grocery stores. We're seeing it in everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
And the big retailers are the ones that get hit the hardest. That's why we were just talking about this.
Yeah.
They don't get hit hard. They pass it to us.
Right.
They just raise the price another 10 cents or whatever.
Speaking of raising the price, everything is not just going up. You talk about gas and fuel prices are a big deal for everybody across the board. I would imagine that search and rescue, they don't just look at that hard and then scratch their heads and wonder about how. I would love to see and I'm sure it's budgeted out there. I would love to see the massive fuel bill that has to get spent for search and rescue every summer, every winter on those bad winters, things like that, because that by itself as a hard cost is something that people just don't even think of. Because when you think about all the equipment, and a lot of it's heavy equipment, you think about these big diesel trucks that are going out, that are hauling those big utility trailers that are full of stuff, that are full of gas, that are going out and finding those people. Those are hard costs that people can help in being able to chip in on a day like today. We're trying to educate people on how they can help out the state when it comes to search and rescue.
Absolutely. I know my fuel bill for my office last month, $24,000.
Whew. And you're not like the biggest county out
and
there.
I am a
right.
small county.
Right.
Right. So when you figure how common and how busy some of these rescues are in Salt Lake County, Utah County, Grand County, Washington County, that fuel bill adds up. In fact, we see that a lot on almost every one of our rescues is the fuel bill, because that adds up quick.
Sure.
One truck, diesel fuel, $100.
Yeah, for sure.
No problem.
Well, will you please go to rescue.utah.gov? Not you, Sheriff. I'm talking to...
He knows where it is.
I've been there. I got my card.
I'm talking to everybody else. Go to rescue.utah.gov. There's a place where you can donate to search and rescue in the state of Utah, and then you can also get your Utah Search and Rescue Assistance Card. Now, what this is this just basically lets you in advance pay for a little bit of the services that hopefully you will not need. So that when you're out there with your family and you think to yourself, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm calling search and rescue, but I don't know what else to do, you have done your part.
Absolutely.
And you can call these guys and you're participating in the program. And
you're making a difference.
Yes.
Huge difference.
And the search and rescue card is not expensive enough that it covers the cost of a whole rescue, but you chip in. If we all do it, then those few of us that need it, it's going to be fully funded.
$25.
$25.
You guys, you'll spend more than that on lunch today.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, I will.
That's about what lunch costs anymore.
Well,
that's right.
You know, people go, oh, blah, 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 your one Maverick run. I go, who makes one Maverick run a day?
What is this?
It's 2.
3 or 4.
Come on, man.
All right, so go to rescue.utah.gov and make sure that you get the Utah Search and Rescue Assistance Card for your family. You're going to appreciate having it. And, Sheriff, we have appreciated having you here so much. We've been chatting all day with Sheriff Nathan Curtis of Sevier County. And you guys, thank you so much for what you do. And thank you so much for keeping these search and rescue volunteers organized and equipped and well-trained. A lot of Utahns owe their lives to your work. We sure do appreciate it.
And not just Utahns. We get people from all across this world that come here.
That's a very good point.
You have saved some foreigners out there.
Yeah.
Some German tourists who didn't know where they were going. They can thank us, too. They better buy a card.
Oh,
you guys.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sheriff, thanks for coming up all the way from Richfield. We appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me hang out with you guys.
Absolutely.
It's been a good time.
All right. Rescue.utah.gov. We've got more around the corner. Stay right here with us. Our AI question of the day is next here on KSL Brightside.
Looking for your next big win? Head to ksl.com/win and enter this week's contests. You could win a pair of tickets to Thanksgiving Point's Imaginaria. See Zach Bryan live at Rice Eccles Stadium. Enjoy Guys and Dolls at the Sarah Shell. Cheer on Real Salt Lake or the Utah Royals and so much more. Whether you love live music, theater, or cheering on your favorite team, there's a prize with your name on it. It only takes a minute to enter, and you could be our next winner. Don't miss your chance. Visit ksl.com/win today.
Summer is here. Vacations are booked, pictures are coming, and the pool days are happening. This is Greg Skordas, and this year, don't sit on the sidelines. Start with SOTA, S-O-T-A. No shots, no pills, no crazy restrictions. Get 4 weeks free when you call 866-800-SOTA and mention this radio station. The reason I went with SOTA is this. SOTA believes weight loss should be temporary. Results should not be. Instead of putting me on shots, pills, or expensive medications that can become an ongoing commitment, SOTA taught me how to eat for my body and to keep my weight off for good. Weight loss medications can be expensive for many people, and the bill does not end. SOTA is different. A degreed nutritionist hooked me up with the root causes of my challenges, guided me, and taught me lifelong habits on how to lose weight without signing up for a lifelong bill. And you can get 4 free weeks if you call 866-800-SOTA and mention KSL News Radio. Check out their thousands of success stories, nearly 9,000 Google reviews. Remember, SOTA is, say it with me, State of the art.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-822-1490. That's 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. This is our last segment. We're about to pass the baton to Jeff Kaplan and the afternoon news team. Make sure that you get home. And they've had a few traffic problems, kind of intermittent off and on along the Wasatch Front. I always pay close attention to the traffic just because I'm so interested in it. I don't know why. I just feel like when you are stuck in traffic, that is the most important thing. You know what I mean? That is the most important news when you're stuck in traffic is that. So I'm glad they always pay so much attention to that. But Alex, are you ready for this? Are you ready to do?
Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
To do our.
Yeah, you know what it is. It's that time. It's that time of day, of course, where we're able to dip into. And I was half offended yesterday when Cam Kohler, he's the commander of the search and rescue team up there in Wasatch County, and when he said, "You guys use AI a lot for your little program here?"
No.
And I was like, "No." And then I asked Chad, I said, how do I deal with a guy who's asking me about using AI? We were asking AI about what search and rescue things were the big. We were trying to point out that there's no way that AI knows more about his county than he does.
Oh yeah,
and it proved totally right.
And that was true.
Right.
Yeah. That
so
was true.
Anyway, excuse us while we cheat off of AI right now, and it's our AI question of the day. Let's get to it.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
Well, you know how I like to localize things, Ethan.
Oh, yes.
And this one has to deal with the shoplifting conversation that we had. At some point where I was going to see if we were going to play Smith's Shoplifters of the World Unite, but then, ironically, that's stealing music from the Smiths, and you can't do it during our stream.
It's not. No, we have the license for it.
It isn't for YouTube though. We can't use it for our stream on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. So YouTube needs to put its earmuffs on.
Shoplifters of the world. I'll be Morrissey for a minute. I don't care.
All right. Well, how do we loop AI into this?
Here we go. Unite and take over.
They are apparently now.
Yeah, listen, they're all shoplifters of the world unite and take over. Hand it over, you guys. Here's the deal. I asked what the most shoplifted items are in the state of Utah. All right?
The most shoplifted items.
Most shoplifted items in the state of Utah.
All
right. Because we did the story, if you're just tuning in, we did this story about how shoplifting is up across the world.
Is it Diet Coke?
It's just
is it
no.
Diet Coke and coconut syrup?
I was gonna say it's the zero sugar coconut syrup. All right, isn't that funny? Imagine telling yourself to be like, "Hey, in the years to come, invest in zero sugar syrup."
You know, I sometimes
sugar pumps.
I'll sometimes get a Diet Mountain Dew, and I'll do just at the holiday oil, right? And I'll do a zero sugar coconut, couple of pumps into the Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah,
tastes like summer. You know why it tastes like summer?
Because it tastes like you put sunscreen in your, your Mountain Dew.
I still like it, but I think to myself, this tastes like summer.
It tastes like an old lady next to me at the pool. All right, so I've got a couple things on here. Most frequently targeted items for shoplifting, according to this, in the state of Utah, are Number one, health and beauty products, of course. Cosmetics, makeup, skincare. All right. Electric razors and razor blades. Razor blades are expensive, man. So those are on the list there.
Okay, so women are stealing makeup, men are stealing razors.
Right.
All right.
Now both genders are stealing tooth whitening products. Will you settle down with the tooth whitening? That is not hold on, but my family needs help because we need the tooth whitening products.
I got a tooth whitening kit from my dentist, and I still haven't used it.
Yeah, they gave me
I
one
wish
too.
I had a little whiter teeth. I've thought about it.
All right. Well, don't steal it. Meats, energy drinks, and protein powders. That sounds about right for us, for Utah, right?
Protein powder. That's
yeah, but also energy drinks. Yoink.
We love energy.
The old Monster drink in the back pocket, quit it.
Yeah.
From the electronics standpoint, they said earbuds and phone chargers are the number one items that are stolen.
Okay.
Over-the-counter medications like allergy medications and pain relievers. Okay.
Okay.
Cold medicine also there, but they also these are the sad ones. Pregnancy tests are the number 4 stolen things on the healthcare side.
You know what that is? That is young people with no money
That's
in
what
a
I'm
very
saying.
desperate situation.
And that's why you go, oh.
Yeah, that one is sad.
I will say, by the way, dollar store items or dollar store pregnancy tests have been they've said that those are the same exact. It's the same. Those are just as accurate as the $17 ones.
Yeah.
Are there $17 ones? There's like $20 ones.
Wait, who's the they that says this? It's kind of important.
That's back to you, Alex. This is just an AI,
they say.
Right? Hold on. Hey, chat. Jeff Kaplan's talking to me about something. I don't want to look him in the eye and tell him studies show. Jeff, listen. Hopefully at this point we don't have to worry about it. But I have 7 kids, so it's me. I'm the study. Okay. Baby formula and diapers, also the big ones here in the state of Utah. Those are, to me, I look at those and go, shoot, I hate that. You know what I mean?
we could do better at supporting families. I think that is. I think that is the case.
From the state of Utah standpoint, those are the things that are, and then tools that are stolen the most. It's power tools, the batteries, the drill bits, the multi-tools.
So the tools get stolen because they can be sold same day.
Yeah. Nike apparel is one of the biggest.
Still?
Yeah. You're like, still, because it's not cool? Nike's not that cool?
I mean, Nike's not had the most amazing year.
No, I actually saw a story the other day about how Nike is struggling with the kids on the cool front.
Look, over the last year, Nike stock is down 33%.
Are you kidding?
Or no, 44% over the past year. Nike stock is
telling me to buy.
That's what I'm saying. Are you sure they're stealing Nikes?
That's what their problem is, that they're all stealing Nike, and Nike doesn't know what to do about it. That's why everybody goes, well, we were doing well, and then everybody starts stealing our stuff, and then investors go,
well, I had my own question for AI. What are some tips for shoplifting?
No.
And it says this content can't be shown for safety reasons.
I knew it.
Learn more about our intended model behavior and our model spec.
Yeah. Good. You know what? Gotcha. And you know what you are? You're on the radar now.
Oh, I'm on the list.
Good.
I'm not. KSL's main studio is on the list now. I'm not.
We're pinged on a location in downtown Salt Lake where somebody's asking how to steal better.
This computer is attached to this desk.